Good morning, you guys. Alright, it's Monday, January 16th. Current local time is almost 7:30 in the morning. We were in the center square area of Pennsylvania, kind of a northern suburb of Philadelphia. Got Bluebell, it looks like just south of us. And we were on our way to make a delivery at a place called Bova Foods in Chalfont, here in the Philly area. Alright, so we're northbound on US 202. It turns out, yeah, I didn't exactly pick the most efficient route off of the Penn Turnpike. Alright, so yeah, speaking of, on the way out, because this load was the one I picked up at our San Bernardino drop yard. Might have seen me picking it up in the last video I did, where I talked about getting a new camera system set up on my truck. Yeah, it is fully installed now, but there are, yeah, I'm finding out the hard way, it's maybe not quite the right camera system for my needs. It seems to be a good system. You know, the video quality looks pretty good, and even the nighttime video quality. Bluebell Place. Problem is, yeah, I just found out why I was there, because I did a 10-hour plus break in Carlisle before coming in this way to make delivery. Well, I started going through the dash cam footage because there was some stuff I wanted to retrieve on that last leg, and then it turned out there was never more than 2 cameras. You know, well, then I go looking for support on it, and I ended up realizing that it says right there on the advertisement for the product, you know, for the camera system I'm using, which is a VSYSTO V7 4-channel system. Anyway, it said right on there, you know, which is, maybe I didn't understand it or didn't read it properly or what, but it said only you get 2 cameras at a time, pretty much. Even though 4 are hooked up, only 2 of them record at any given time. So you either get the front and rear cameras, or you get the left and right, for the most part there. And I'm not even using the rear, so it's not really designed for a truck with a 53-foot trailer. The cable for it, I think, is only designed for like straight trucks or RVs and kind of stuff. Vehicles over 11 feet wide prohibited. Alright, well, we're good. We're 8.5 feet wide, so. Alright, so with this video camera, this camera system, and I found out the hard way that I wasn't getting any of the, you know, there were spots where I was only getting side views and nothing else. Alright, so there's 2 ways you can make the video change from front, rear, or side to side, whatever. Actually, different ways. You got 3 interface buttons over on here on the side of the camera. The middle one, I think it's, yeah, if you short tap it, left lane must turn left. Alright, we'll stay in the right lane then. Are you fucking kidding me? Can't handle being behind a truck, right? Alright, anyway, alright, so the side cameras, they have this yellow wire. I don't know, I don't think that my interior camera can see it, but I got a yellow wire right here. It's not hooked up. I don't have a real need for it for what I'm trying to do. But the yellow wire, what it's designed to do is you hook it up to your turn signal circuit. So if you activate your left turn signal, it's supposed to activate the left camera. Or if you hit the right turn signal, it activates the right camera. Yeah, but you gotta have that hooked up there. I don't know if you just hook it up to a fuse for the relevant turn signal, or just, you know, you hook it up to something else, whatever the case might be. What's this stop sign for? Is that for the side street or for... No, I think that's for the side street. Yeah, just the angle that it's facing at, though, kind of threw me off. Alright, yeah. Sort of using that. I mean, having it wired to the turn signals. There's also a remote. It's just two buttons on it, a red and a blue. Basically, the red is left and blue is right. So if I want the left side camera to be active, I need to hit the red button there. But that deactivates the front camera. So when we get to this customer, when we get to the backing footage part of it, I'm only going to be able to give you one view or the other. I'm gonna have to manually switch the camera view to whatever side I want it to be showing, which is cumbersome. I don't want to have to be doing that, so this isn't going to be a good long-term solution for a camera system for my needs, since I'm always vlogging and I like to have, I want to have both, I want to have all of my camera views available at all times. I don't want to have to interact with the camera at all. Yeah, we're good. Keep going straight ahead. Alright, yeah, so it's unfortunate that I'm having that experience with it. So I will, once I get my Eagle Eye system fixed, you know, back up and where I don't have problems with it, you know, and that's the whole reason why I went away from the Eagle Eye system, is it's not reliable enough. I was constantly having to buy new extension cables, or a couple of times new side view cameras, or the power cord for it as well was always a pain in the butt. Now the system was great for my personal needs overall, but it's just, you know, the accessory reliability problem that kind of drove me to look for an alternate option. I thought this might be the right good option here. Overall, it's really not a bad system. You know, if I wasn't vlogging or whatever, and I didn't necessarily need all the views, shut up. There's nothing here to collide with. It's my collision avoidance system thinking that that I was going to collide with something. Alright, we got State Route 309 coming up before long. I do intend to, I don't know if I really want to turn on it with the traffic that I see over there, but I can hopefully keep going straight ahead on 202 and then just make a left turn on a County Line Road, because my customer is off of County Line Road anyway. We'll find out though. I can see on the map though that 309 there's yellow and red in the area, which tells me there's a lot of traffic and traffic lights right there. So I'm going to try to avoid that if I can. But Pennsylvania is really, yeah, there are a lot of spots there where here in the state where you think that you should be okay to drive a truck, but are not. Alright, from what I've seen though with this camera system, the side cameras, one thing I really do like about them is, even though the mount, the housing that they're in is pretty big, huge compared to the satellite cameras on my Eagle Eye system. However, you have the case that it goes into, and then the camera goes inside the case. And I can rotate that camera however the hell I want to rotate it to, so that it's angled just right for, wherever I have it mounted to. I can always just angle the camera in a different way, however it needs to be to be parallel with the ground. So I really love that part of it. And from what I've seen, you gonna stay in your lane, car? From what I've seen, it looks like it's pretty decent quality also. It is actually a 1080p all the way around on all three of the cameras that I'm working with. My Eagle Eye system, it was it 1080p on the front camera, but 720 on the rears, on the sides, whatever, no matter what. So that was one advantage this one has over the Eagle Eye system. However, they said for the vlogging needs, and you guys know I like to use the PIP view all the time. Yeah, see, I've already passed. That was 309 that I just passed. Okay, so I need yeah, I should be okay to use 202 straight across the county line. Just want to make sure I don't lose sight of where my customer is. Alright, so what's that no truck sign thing I just saw? Is this guy gonna let me over? Alright, cool. I don't know, this is technically a truck legal road here, but I mean it's 202. I didn't find any restrictions on related to this highway on when I was researching truck routes to take. Alright, anyway though, one other thing I want to talk about is California's jaywalking law. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about that, where California basically legalized jaywalking. They didn't exactly, well, yes and no. So it sounds like it's one of those really stupid liberal kind of laws. But honestly, when I read what it's about. Actually, I think it's maybe not such a stupid law after all. It might actually be pretty well thought. For the most part, there are going to be people who abuse it. But see, now it's California Vehicle Code 21955, if I recall. That just went into effect, and with that law. We're going to be making our left on the county line pretty quickly here. That law basically makes it illegal to jaywalk only if there's an immediate risk of getting hit by a motor vehicle or a bicycle. So you can't just carte blanche go jumping out in front of anybody or whatever. And you got to do stuff within reason there still, even if you're going to jaywalk. Like I say, if there's a risk that you're going to get hit by somebody who's approaching, you can't do it. It's still illegal to do. But where I think it's not such a bad idea to have this law change the way it is let's say you're in the middle of maybe a middle of a big block or something. I'll give you a good example here. When I go to the Walmart distribution center in Tomah, Wisconsin, I tend to get there a little bit early, and I tend to stop at the quick time or a quick stop, whatever the hell that is, truck stop, about one exit or so north of where the DC is at. What's that, along I-90? Alright, anyway though, when I parked there, when I parked there though, I tend to get out of my truck and go walk over to, there's a kind of a sports bar, I guess I would call it, or bar and grill, whatever, across the street. Or I've gone across the main drag there as well. Now there's an island there. So if I just want to go to that place at the building that's right across the street and not to the actual island, or like all the way to the end of the street to cross at an intersection, and then walk all the way back. With California's new law, that would basically enable me to go ahead and go across the street as long as it's safe to cross, go into the island, for example, and then I can hang out in the island and wait for the other side's traffic to be clear. And when I can get across that side without risk of getting hit or causing someone else to check up or whatever for me, then I can cross that too. Alright. Now this is going to be a... continuing on that with that though, I've had numerous occasions where it's not quite so practical to walk all the way over to a crosswalk, and especially in areas where it's a 4-lane road but there's an island separating the two directions. The island creates a safe zone, where it makes it a lot easier if you get across one side and then get into the safe zone where the island is at, and then cross on the other side. So, or maybe there's a 2-lane road or whatever. It's just, why make yourself walk several hundred feet, maybe even an eighth of a mile, to get to the customer? To get to where you're trying to walk to, if you can get across the street safely. Now, this doesn't just give you carte blanche to just come right up like within 50 feet of an intersection and decide, I'm going to go ahead and just cross because I feel like it, whatever. Again, there's traffic coming and there's a risk that you could get hit. As a pedestrian, you can still get a jaywalking ticket. We're getting real close to our customer. We're going to be making a right turn pretty soon. This place here, it's from what I can gather from the Google reviews, is that it's actually like a restaurant, warehouse type of, and actually custom restaurant owners will actually come into this place and come directly to the place and buy their supplies for their stores. They're coming up real fast. I think this is it right here. Oh wait. No, wait a minute. I thought that might have been it, but no, I think it's okay. Plant entrance right here, Bova. Alright, we're going to turn right into here, I think. From what I can best tell from this is really screwed up here. I'm hoping I'm even in the right driveway, because when I looked online, the other driveway looked like it's for the next door neighbor. No overnight truck parking. Okay, yeah, there's a truck right over here. Let's see if I can get turned around, I guess, because no, I remember got the sun kind of in my face and trying to figure out what this other truck's doing. Alright, let me come on down this way. I don't know. We'll get turned around and get out of the way. There are drop trailers over here, so yeah, I look like I should be able to back my trailer into that driveway thing. And yeah, I was right that you can't get in over here. There's like a chain right there to stop you from going there. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and back into that thing there, I guess. Then we'll figure out where to check in. I don't know if we just dock right in or if we're supposed to check in at the receiving office or something, or I just figure whatever office everybody else goes to, it's probably the same one that I do. Maybe that's far enough. Yeah, now see, this thing does have a wide enough view as well, where I think it would be, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And then find out, see where the hell I check in at. Alright guys, I'm checked in. I came into this office first. That's the customer area though. It's not where you go. She told me that she wanted me to go circle around the other side and park next to the building. And like, there's not much room there. I figured I'd walk around to double check what she's talking about, and then the receiving office is right here next to door 1. He told me to go ahead and dock into door 2. It'll be the second one we see here before we even get to this day cabber. Alright, we'll get in as deep as we can. No, this should actually be pretty easy, dude. Yeah. The day cab is kind of makes the setup a little challenging, but it's. Actually, I gave more than enough there. You know, I could just... I might intentionally just leave it like that. So, there's room for... I don't know if these people here in this house end up wanting to leave or whatever, or if this Bova truck or something. It's a little bit more room in the lane to work with. I'm going to double check that I'm actually up against the dock door on the other side. I know I'm right where I want to be on this side. Just got to double check the other side. If everything looks copacetic there, we'll be good to go until we're ready. We'll continue this when we're ready to leave. Alright guys, we're already done unloading here. Only 21 minutes off duty. So very fast unloading, very much in line with what the Google review suggested. Now, won't be able to make the turn out of here like that. I'll have to do like what I saw the other guy do. And that was come out this way and then back into the way, that lane, that alley where, you know, the customer parking area that you just saw me come in through. Get my tandem set up for over there real quick. Go ahead and get the doors shut and send my empty call and all that. And we'll back out of here. Alright guys, we're ready to head out of here. It's getting backed up. I'm going to have to go out the same driveway we came in, which isn't very much of a driveway. Not for a truck at least. Kind of a scenic little spot here for cars, but alright. Just want to doing some clearing moves here to double check that there's nothing back there that I'm not accounting for, even though I was just back there looking and opening my when I was closing my doors. Still, the time it takes me to get back in the truck and start backing up, you know, somebody can always walk by or something, or drive by. So, like, it's good to do a clearing move like that. All right, get this trailer pointed over and toward that direction there. I want to make absolutely certain I'm not in a position to hit anybody's car. Come on, get a switch. There we go. Oh. Alright, now we can get out of here. Yeah, I don't want to have two trucks coming in here, one coming in and out, the other one coming out or something at the same time. It's definitely not going to work out here. It's hard enough. I'm not even sure a car and a truck can fit in here at the same time with this curve. Alright, so now let's talk about where I'm going next before I end this video. I had previously talked about how I... Wait on these.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
I think I talked in another video where I presumed that I would be reloading over here in Souderton. I originally called it Suderton, and then my good buddy Anthony, Ant-Man Griffo, who lives over here in New Jersey, he told me that it's pronounced Souderton, so, or at least that's how the people here pronounce it. I don't know what the technically correct way to pronounce it is, but I guess the local way to pronounce it is Souderton. So Kind of educated me on that. I think I'm pretty sure it's how it's pronounced, according to him. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just come straight up county line, and that'll run me into Highway 309. I'm going north on 309, and then there's a Unionville Pike that I can turn left on. That's the same street that I use when I come out of the JBS plant in Souderton to get over to Interstate 476. Now, I will not actually be picking up in Souderton, though. I will actually be going through Souderton, or in the close to the area there, but will not actually be doing a pickup in Souderton. It turns out I'm going to be picking up in Hazelton instead, or Hazel Township is another word another way they refer to it. A U.S. cold storage facility up there. It'll be my first time going to that location. Sky Zone. Alright, so that's where we'll be heading to next. It doesn't pick up until tomorrow morning though, so what I'm gonna do is get up there. There's a pilot right there in Hazelton, off of where I-80 and what's that highway? It's a state highway there that I'm planning on taking. 98 or no? There's a 9 in the highway number. I know that. I just forget the exact highway number. I also verified that it is a good truck route, or at least on the truck route map it does show as a truck route, so I should be okay going that way. So I'm just gonna head up there and spend the day over there. I need the recap hours to get that load delivered anyway. It's going to be delivering in... Oh, okay. I saw the no truck sign up ahead, and I see the 309 turn left here. Alright, anyway, yeah, that load will be going to Riverside, California. My home area. Uh-oh, I gotta watch this here because this incline here, I gotta worry about my landing gear. You know, the way that let me angle my thing downward because I need to be able to watch my landing gear as I'm coming up here. The way the incline, it slopes, goes from kind of a steep incline to flat. I have a lot of concern about whether my landing gear is going to scrape the ground on the way out of here. Something a lot of you guys don't think about. If you don't drive a truck for a living, that's something that you have to be concerned. Or is this guy still have a green light? Yeah, he does. Oh, wait for green though, I guess. Wait for green, I guess that means like no right on red, and don't turn until the light turns green. Is what I'm guessing that to mean. Alright, now let's make our turn. Yeah, looks like we're alright. Alright, yeah. They were good. It came pretty close, not as close to the ground as I thought it would. But it was definitely a valid concern to watch for. I was actually watching that more than the tandems, but I had to also pay attention to the tandems too, so it takes a bit of coordination there. Even the inexperienced truckers, now they teach that stuff in schools, CDL schools, even mixed CDL schools, as you might call them, at least truckers call them that. I don't necessarily think they are. I think they have good information. It's just a lot of the people taking the classes don't listen though, and don't absorb much. There's a lot of stuff that kind of goes in one ear and out the other. And I'm talking about the mega carriers like Sierra England or Swift or any other company you can imagine there. They have good enough training programs for their CDL schools. It's just, I tell you, I know from experience, a lot of the people who go to the classes don't pay attention. And I know for a fact they get taught a good amount. But yeah, they do talk about watching your landing gear on like railroad tracks and stuff. But it's not something that a trucker sees every day. It's not very common at all, actually, where a trucker will actually encounter that. So it's pretty easy for someone to totally forget that that's even a thing to worry about. And in case you're wondering why I'm hanging out in this left lane, it's because I think it's that next light up ahead. That should be Unionville Pike, and that'll get me right down to I-476. And it'll be the same on-ramp that I use when I get through picking up loads at the JBS in Souderton. So that's why I'm over here. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. It should be... I'll watch for signs here saying no trucks allowed, but... Because I know down on the other end of it, trucks are legal there, are allowed to be there, but... yeah, I don't see anything there saying I can't. Penn Turnpike, 5 miles, alright. Yeah, look like we're alright. Alright, yeah, I just see, there's a truck right here that's coming off the same street I'm turning onto, so it's another clue this is probably a good truck route here. Because he's a day cabber, but he is pulling a shorter trailer too, but either way, yeah, all I have to do is come straight down this road. A few miles down the road, whatever, and then make a right turn right onto the on-ramp, and we're good. Alright, so now you know how I'm getting out of here. Just to get up to Hazleton, I'm going to take 476 up to Allentown. And then go up past Allentown. There's, I forget the name of that town up there. Get off there. And what's that US highway? 209? I want to say it was 209. I'm going to take across over to the west, pretty much. Northwest, I don't know, whatever you'd call it there. And whatever that 39, 93, whatever the hell it is, highway number, that'll take me straight up into Hazleton. And in fact, that same highway where it intersects with I-80 is where that pilot truck stop is that I was talking about. Alright, what is this up here? Is this some kind of I guess it's a church. I think I see a church, like a church bell over here on the one end of it. Yeah, that's got to be what it is. All right, so we're just going to check out this this church structure here, and then we'll call it a day. Interesting. It's got, it's got rotundas on it, so it's almost like it's a mosque or something. It doesn't even look like there's anything inside it, like they're building it or something. Uh-oh, I see a no truck sign up ahead. Accept local deliveries. Oh, right turns. Okay. Okay, alright, never mind. I guess we just go this way. Alright, so I'm going to call this one a day here. Thanks for hanging out and watching this. I should have another video for you guys at U.S. Cold Storage in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, right? Apologize for the fact that I can only give you one exterior view at a time. It is what it is. Oh, he didn't even need to give me that space. I was able to make that turn regardless. All right, so but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send that Eagle Eye system back in for repair, whatever needs to be done on it. And once I get it back, I will probably put that system back in the truck. And either we'll keep this as a backup, or we'll possibly sell it. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. But it's not a bad system here overall. I think it's a pretty good system from what I can tell. It's just not right for my personal needs for what I'm trying to accomplish here. So, all right. Anyway, I don't need to drag this on, right? So, you all have a great day, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Like I say, Hazleton, Pennsylvania is what's coming up next.